After a crazy race last week at South Boston Speedway, Matthew Hall got his second win on the season, but he's not in the field here tonight. We have a lot of returning drivers and a couple of new ones, but this racetrack can really change the point standings. It is still very tight. Arsenal has had a couple of bad races, and this race, anyone legitimately can win here today. It is race 13 of the season, and it is the Alabama 200 at Talladega Superspeedway. What's up, everyone? It is Nathan Tapina, and welcome to Talladega Superspeedway for the 13th race of the season. And this one is going to be very, very chaotic, and it's going to be interesting what ends up happening with the first of back-to-back Superspeedway races in the final week before the Dash for Cash kicks off next week. But this racetrack, legitimately anyone can win. I say this all the time, it is a equal winning series, anyone can win at any track, but realistically, this is the track that anyone can win here today, and it's going to be very interesting on who ends up winning. It could be Alposa or BB Ruiz, who's second in the point standings, or it could be one of the drivers in the back of the field, making the first start of the season like Brady Anderson, or even the number one of Justin Williams. But it's going to be a wild one. It is Talladega, and I got Eddie Debs up here in the booth. Welcome to Talladega.
Thank you. It's nice to finally get to call her sprint series. It's nice to end up getting to call the race where Duncan got his first spot in the Wawa Cup series all the way back last year. Barely qualified. I'm pretty sure he finished sixth, and because of extenuating circumstances, got into a car. Had a fun time in the Mountain Dew 500, but now we're a year later. He's doing great in the Wawa Cup series, and I get to call these guys driving a race, which I find this race extremely interesting. You talked about BB Ruiz, only 7 points out from the lead. He's starting on the pole. I completely forget where Alexander Rowe, the 88, is starting. But at the same time, you're also looking at Justin Williams, who's starting at the back. It's his first start ever. But he's in the car that Alexander Rowe took to victory lane at Daytona. I know Daytona and Talladega aren't the most similar of races, but they are super speedways that we consider really races where we get a lot of three-wide action. So that one car, watching it back, that one car really had control of most of that Daytona race, had to take a last lap pass to win. But now it's starting at the back and with a rookie driver. So, Lightning's probably not gonna strike twice for Trackhouse Racing today in that car. But other than that, it's really interesting. All the backgrounds, all the names, all the rookies. We could have a very interesting one, or we could have one where half the field is out after a big crash. We really don't know.
And that is the wild card factor of Talladega. And you mentioned that we got a couple of draws made the first start on the season in the back, but we also got a lot of returning draws continuing the strong performances this season, and we also got some draws made the first start since the season opener, at least one of them of Marcus Klitsch. But here's the point standings after the 12 races in, still a long way to go in the Herr Sprint Series. Alexander Rowe, the dominant driver, he's had a rough couple of races, but BB Ruiz has had a amazing last couple of races, and he's only 7 points behind Alexander Rowe. Matt Black is in third at minus 14. Harley Anderson Jr. is in fourth, minus 28. Fifth is Aaron Abel. Even with missing a race, he is minus 34. Chase McClure is in sixth, minus 40. Andrew Williams is in seventh, minus 44. Jay Wibbleton is in eighth, minus 49. Colson Miller is in ninth, minus 52. And running out the top 10 is Campbell Mosh, minus 53 points behind. It's been a lot of battles in a row, BB Ruiz and now Matt Black, but this race can change everything before we head into the true wild card of the three Dash for Cash races. But time to go to the field here, and in the number 56 and on the pole is BB Ruiz, and the number 98 of Alexis Selspin. The 05 of Chase McClure, and the 57 this week is Trey Wibbleton. The number 3 of Trey Smith, and the number 13 of Andrew Williams. The number 97 of Zane Davison, and the number 50 of Aaron Lutz. The 02 of Corey Case, and the 82 of Carson Miller. the 37 of Aaron Abel, and the 52 of Nathan Ajaboy, the number 4 of Dylan Sandeven, and the 88 our points leader, I should say, of Valentino in the 88 this week. The number 96 of Hal Anderson Jr., the number 69 of Matt Blatt, the 39 of Campbell Marsh, and then Sammy Camilla is back once again after a off week. The number 99 of Nathan Fagan is back. The number 81 of Spencer Lee is back. All three of those have done a lot of starts this season. Chris Reynolds made one of his few starts on the season. He is back, and then I touched on it. Our season opener, you want to add new some Marcus Glitch. 12 races later, race 13, and he is back, and this time in number 87, one of the two teams that does not have a win. Yet the season 20 go 2 for 2 this season in the sprint series. And then finally, in the number 90, the car that won last week, Brady Anderson, and then the number 1 of Justin Williams. Gonna get these draws run off here for the Alabama 219 laps on tap at basically the most cycle fest super speedway that we see all season. It's gonna be very tough to pick a winner here today, but Eddie, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Who do you think will win for the Alabama 200?
So given that Andrew Williams, who as we all know owns Duncan Ward's car, has been vocal about suing people who cause commentators curses, I'm not picking him. As much as I want to pick BB Ruiz, who's in a car that finished second at Daytona, and again started on the pole here, I'm gonna go with a driver with a good amount of experience, starting in fifth. That's Trey Smith, Indy 250 winner, 10 wins club for the Haas IndyCar Series, making a start here today. He's in 19th. He has not finished in the top 5 so far this season, but with the spot that he's in and the experience he has, I feel like this is going to be a guy who's going to know when to get himself to the front and know when to need to pass for the win. I mean, IndyCar doesn't come to Talladega for reasons that is, I think, clear to all of us, or at least should be. But I would imagine that Trey has the experience that he needs to just get up there. I mean, that's all you really need to do is be in it on the last lap and make the right move at the right time. I think he can do it today.
We'll see of what ends up happening. These super speedway races can turn some people's season around sometimes, and that's exactly what Trey Smith needs. He's had a rough season, unfortunately, and maybe he can get the job done here today. And anyone, literally any one of the 24 drivers can win here today. And we'll see on who gets the job done. Pace car will dive down onto pit road, and we are about to go green for 19 laps of action around Talladega. And then, of course, starting next week, we have the Dash for Cash races of Armory Digital, Oregon, and Hillside. So, continuing this crazy stretch of races for the Husband Series, but it is second in points. BP Ruiz leading us to the wing alongside Alyssa Selspin. And for the 13th time on the season, this is Talladega, and this is the Alabama 200 at Talladega Superspeedway. Great stuff from our pulsar. BB Ruiz still looking for his first win on the season, second in the point standings, and he's going to lead lap number 1 here today. As Zane Davidson outside poster is going to drop back on the outside lane, and that is not really want to be here today. Maybe the second lane can get a 1, but really you want to be on that inside lane, and this is going to be one of those races where we see a lot of cycling for full position, and now Trey Smith out front. The 97 of Zane Davidson, and that's the salesman that dropped back, not Zane Davidson. But here comes the 02 Chase of Corey Case and April as well, and I feel like we're going to see almost everybody throughout this 19 lap sprint here at Talladega.
He might, but that inside lane got out by a lot, so it's really going to be down to who doesn't wash up the track coming out of these corners. Right now, the 397 have obviously done a good job of it. Chase McClure, unfortunately. No, I forgot that's not Chase McClure. That's Corey Case, who has lost the inside lane, has allowed Aaron Abel to move up a spot. I don't want to say I'm surprised about Alexis Selspin dropping to the back, but I mean, I know the Selspin name means a lot to people on this channel, but it seems like the younger one just isn't able to do it. And we see right here, this is probably something I should have thought about when I was making my pick. Aaron Abel, I mean, owners watch these races all the time. We saw Andrew Williams win a race. I think it would be about time for Aaron Abel to win one. He's in 5th in points too, so he could definitely use one. And I mean, what else can you say? An owner might know his way around this track better than a couple of these new drivers do. That might help him out. And us, oh man, Howie Anderson Jr., you're in 4th. You really want that top 5, and here you are getting split 3 wide.
Campbell Motion, number 39, has had a very up and down season. That's a driver that's had a rough couple of races at the short tracks of Bristol and South Boston and has dropped all the way to 10th in the point standings. Needs a good one here today. And here comes Abel to the inside. He's done all but one race this season, and even then, he has been very consistent. Can today be his day to get the race win here today? A lot of drivers up in points, don't have a win yet, because of Alexander Rowe winning 4 of them already. They almost went in the bat of 4 wide, but they are still good. Here comes BB Ruiz back on the inside. And I'm getting a little bit nervous here, Eddie. The field is 3 by 3 by 3.
Everyone's going to be nervous. Even the crew chiefs are probably nervous. They just don't want to have to repair this car too much going into the Dash for Cash. Because who knows who could get that pick. But I'm looking at 93 and the 69 started at the bottom. Matt Black. You want to talk about a driver who might want to win. I mean, he was on the outside, and he's already dropped down to the inside. Now he's cycled up to the front, but I don't know if he's going to hold it. He's still got to get around Sammy Kamara. Kamara, another guy who could really use a win around this time if he wants to get back in the championship race. And, well, we talked about him on the pre-show. Suddenly, it's Marcus Glitch and Alexander Rowe back-to-back. 2 guys with winning experience out pushing that inside lane to the front. 98 of Alexis Selspin. Didn't take him long to... Oh, you're right. No, BB. Oh, BB got put 4 wide. This is not going to end well. Someone get the yellow flag ready.
Oh, there they go. And then upside down for the number 99 of Nathan Faden. Hard the outside wall and a vicious wild flip for the number 99.
Instead, get the flag ready. I was correct for once. This is gonna win, but we got to figure out who wins it back. There's a big group got away from it. I guess it's gonna... Is that the 87? That is. Marcus, oh boy, Alexis really wants Alexis really wants an extra spot, and the 88 is left out to dry. Spencer Lee's up here now too. Bunch of guys in the back, because of the timing of this caution, are going to get up to the front, and that's really going to help him. As this race might be close, except Marcus Glitch has enough space, is going to slam the door.
It's going to be close for a second. Spencer Lee's going to get at the line. How about Marcus Glitch, though? First time we've seen him here in the Sprint Series since Nismo really won. And he's going to lead the field back to the green on the restart. But a terrible flip from Nathan Faden right there. And unfortunately unable. We will just talk into him. He has a little bit of right side damage. BB Ruiz is going to have some left side damage. And right side. But honestly, I don't think a lot of cars were involved than what we really expected as a little bit of a stack up here in the back. Oh my goodness.
Oh, come on, guys.
That's gonna
ruin the 1 and the 4's day. Dylan Standeven and Justin Williams might have just got nailed in the 96 too. Howie Anderson Jr. Oh, that's gonna suck. That's gonna put a lot of them. They either have to repair damage or they're out. Yikes.
That's unfortunate. Tough play for Standeven has really made a name for himself here in the last month or so in the Sprint Series. But luckily, not a lot of cars were involved. But a terrible flip for Nathan Faden entering turn 1 and 2. And that's what we have to be worried about. That 4 wide can come up out of nowhere. And I was getting very nervous. They were 3 wide throughout the entire field, and that tends to happen a lot where they wreck in turn 1 and they wreck in turn 4 more times than not. And the 12 and entering turn 1, and that is exactly when it struck. And the 50 as well. Van Luz is on
Oof.
pit road, and then these 4
Oh,
that were involved in the crash down pit road fits the damage. We'll see if the 4 is going to be able to keep on going. In theory, he
if any of
could.
them are. Oof. Come on, guys.
See, is he going to be out, or are they going to try and take off the hood?
Modifieds. Yep.
Yep. Gonna have a couple of cars with
Well,
no hood.
it's Talladega. You can get away. I would assume you can get away with it as long as you hold the draft. Although with a single file restart, that might not be too applicable. We'll have to see.
Well, the first caution of the day, and hopefully the last one, here in the Alabama 200 at Talladega Superspeedway, for a wild flip for Nathan Fagan entering turn number 1. Let's go ahead and take a replay of what happened and then get back to restart in the Alabama 200. Well, here we go. This is what happened to bring up the first caution of the day here at Talladega, and BB Ruiz went up the racetrack entering the tri-oval, and we've seen this before, and then we've seen it again. Unable filled the hole in a very wide tri-oval, and we've seen this story multiple times. 4 wide does not work at Talladega entering turn number 1, and it happens once again. And Abel one's low, everyone one's low. They're just all ditching the 56 for some reason. And then that's going to cause Nathan Fagan and Aaron Abel to squeeze each other. And honestly, this could have been worse because I thought the 93 and the 90 and maybe even the 98 were going to squeeze as well. But it was only these two. And a real NR type flip. The 99 of Nathan Fagan is going to tip on over. And watch this 50. He's barely going to get clipped. And he's going to slingshot his way into that sidewall. And he's going to go from 184 to 194. And then barrel into that sidewall driver's side. And Campbell Marshall once again another bad race for the 39. And luckily the 99 does flip back over. And luckily this was only a 5-6 car incident and not a 10 car incident. Because it honestly could have been. And very unfortunate for BB Ruiz at Posa. Unfortunate for Aaron Abel inside the top 5 in points. And especially for Aaron Luce and the 99 of Nathan Fagan, as those 2 cars will be out here in this one. Let's take a full speed look and get back to the restart here at Talladega.
Understandable. Ruiz is up there. It's 4 wide. Abel's just trying to keep himself down. Also trying to keep with a 93, I think, but he just corrects it just a little too much. 99 doesn't have any room. And yeah, I think 99 overcorrects, gets into the 37. 50 is just an absolute bystander to this. This just gets clipped, and man, yeah, 2 hard hits for those guys. 37 to 56 are just completely, stuck. They were trapped behind those speeding cars. And that's probably going to mean they're going to be real big problems at the end of this. But thankfully, everyone else is fine. I think only the 39 of Campbell Marsh may have had a little bit of damage. And then Marcus Glitch is going to lead everyone to the yellow flag, which means he's going to be starting first when we go back to restart. Big day could be coming for these SD Avalon cars if Marcus Glitch can hold it up here. I mean, restarts, especially on super speedways, definitely help the guys out in front. And right now, for him, the 81 Spencer Lee, 98 of Alexis Selspin, these guys are going to have a very good chance at probably getting the win here today at Talladega.
Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of cars with a good chance at the race win. And unfortunately, it was going to be about 18, but as we saw live, there was a little bit of a stack up in the back part of the field, and it's all started with the 1 and the 97, and then the 96, the 4, and the 39. And
Ugh.
unfortunately, that's going to take out probably 3 or 4 more cars, and we could have had 18 or 19, and instead, when we go back around, there will be about 15 cars with a real shot at the race win. But luckily, any one of those 15 can get the race win. It can't be Marcus Glitch, but it could also be Alexander Rowe trying to get his 5th win in 13 races. Let's find out who will win the Alabama 200 in a crazy finish here with 10 laps to go at Talladega. Welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway after a flip here in the Herr Sprint Series for the 13th race of the season. Tough with for Nathan Faden right there, and the number 99. Sitting 21st in the point standings, and honestly, he's done a lot of races, but he's not a good stretch of races throughout the season. And we will go back with 10 laps to go in the Alabama 200. And it's Marcus Glitch is trying to go 2 for 2, 2 wins and 2 starts in the Herr Sprint Series, and get SE Avalon and Nico Samadil's team the first win on the season. Spencer Lee in second, Alexis Seltzman in third, the 88 of Alexander Rowe. The other team that has not won yet this season of Into Its Motor Racing and Lodovit Chouette. If Rowe wins, that would be his 5th win in 13 races. In the number 90, we got Bray Anderson, the 93 of Sammy Camara, the 69 of Matt Blatt, the 57 of J.L. Rippleton, the 05 of Trace McClure, the 82 of Carson Miller. Round out the top 10, and luckily that wasn't really a huge crash car-wise, as we still have a couple of modifiers with cars without hoods, but only two cars out, and that is Chase McClure and Nathan Faden. So still got 22 cars, and I want to say we still have about 18 cars that should be able to keep on going. So a lot of drivers will have a shot still here, and it's going to be 10 laps to go. And we'll see if Marcus Glitch can go 2 for 2, and if SC Avalon could get the first win on the season. Entering the restart zone. And we are back green with 10 laps to go for the Alabama 200.
A couple of cars jumped out of line there. Interesting strategy. Don't know exactly what their crew chief was telling them. Brady Anderson and Matt Black seem like they really want to form second lane, but that's not the best idea. Maybe just trying to get ready, try and get a run off of turn 2. Because, yeah, they're already spreading out across the track. And those modifieds in the back are not looking good off the draft, as the 87 gets completely left out to dry by Spencer Lee and the rest of the field. And that's going to probably end up him dropping a good bit back unless he gets some help on the outside, which is not forming right now. As we're already 3 wide in the back. That's not a surprise, I guess. 93 just tried to go a little bit low, maybe get underneath. Didn't work. 98 now out of line. That's going to cost Selspin. We're looking at some interesting runs, but right now, Spencer Lee hasn't had a top 5 all season, only 32 points to his name. But right now, he is in a good position to win this race, assuming he can keep the line of cars behind him.
Well, you know, he's also in a really good position of winning this race. It's the number 88 of Alexander Rowe, the point leader. He's been in all types of race cars this year for multiple teams, but he just always has a good car underneath him, and that's why he's been the point leader for the majority of the season. And this is very interesting. Looks like Spencer Lee has one of the best cars at the moment. The 87 pushing the 88 with a good push into 12, and really the top 7 are just pulling away from the rest of the field here, of the 64, the 3, 52, 05, and others. And I'm gonna check on the back here. The 97 of Zane Davison is off the pace just a smidge. Same with the 39. Gonna be another bad race for Cameron Marsh, and Abel's off the pace. BB Ruiz has won the pole. Not good for his championship tie race at the moment, as Alexander is up front, and these two modifiers, luckily they're drafting off of each other, but why I say that they don't, but they're going to be fairly off the pace, but luckily I don't think we have enough time to really catch up to them here in this one. With only 7 laps to go. Spencer Lee is still out front.
3 wide.
And 3 wide in the back. How about the 90, Bray Anderson? When the 2 drivers made the first on the season, want to get the win here today at Talladega.
huge for all these for the guys in the front going through ride, because if they do, that's going to allow the other cars to catch up to them, and I think they did. I think Chris Reynolds in the 52 caught this pack, so they are going to be forming something of a pack going into these last couple of laps. Oh boy, Marcus Glitch wants his lead back. Probably going to get it on Spencer. Spencer has no help. Neither of them really do have any help, but I think the inside's just going to help just to have just a little bit more. And that's going to mean the 87 is going to get clear. Does he go up the track to block? Nope, stays down. Health Spin is going to try and push in front. Sammy Kamara is now back up here in the Evans Ross racing car. We've got ourselves a pack. We're going to have to see if they... Oof. Like a lot. That 69 car, if you didn't see that, Matt Black just tried an absolute slide down to the bottom to get in front of Carson Miller, and it barely worked. Whew. You're
Welcome to
still
Talladega.
green, though.
We, we tend to have some bad blocks sometimes, and that was almost one.
You
And
could see it up there.
oh yeah,
Trey Smith tried another one. It's people are just on that backstretch. They are just trying to find what will help them get a couple more spots into turns 3 and 4. And sometimes it is just moving up and down a little bit. Will help, but the 93 are out front. But the run just materialized on the bottom, and we have 3 wide. 57 got caught out of line, and Nathan Ajiboye, a name we have not talked a lot about. Driver who we don't usually talk about. I know he's been in these sign-up races with Lenovo Pro Series. He's gotten some wins. Hasn't gotten a win yet this season, but he's got a top 5 or 2. But he's coming in 18th, just a bit inconsistent on the sign-ups. But now he's up in 3rd, which means he has a shot, and he's going straight to the bottom. He doesn't care that Andrew Williams isn't going with him. He's going for it.
and he might have his teammate behind him, and he is. Well, maybe he's gonna go 3 wide through the middle. Matt Black,
Oh my!
3 wide through
What's
the
Black
middle,
doing?
and that's not gonna look out for him at the end. Oh my goodness, Andy Williams
Oh,
tried going from the
Andrew, come
top to the
on, dog. You
bottom.
got to do better than that.
Whew. That's how important the
Really,
bottom is here at Talladega. You need to be on the
yep.
bottom, and oh my goodness, Trey Smith 4 wide.
Oh, it's 4 wide. Oh boy, can you save it? Don't. Okay, we're gonna get back to 3 wide. I think.
I
I
think we
hope.
should be able to get out of it, and we
Yep,
are
because they're gonna
good.
form a through line. Okay, but that's gonna mean these guys are gonna get out to a good run because of that 3 and 4 wide. And those guys in the back might just be. They're just gonna have to make one final push here late. Trey Smith's going to the bottom, and the 88's going with him. Rowe and Smith are trying to link up, try and pick off some of these cars. 52's going with him
Oh,
too.
here comes the
Edgeboy got in
forwards.
front of Rowe.
That's 3 forwards in a row. All trying
That had to
to
be.
take apart these Toyotas and Marcus Glitch. He has a really good car. This is not quite the cycle as I really anticipated, as he has one of the strongest cars and he's able to stay up front. He has 3 Fords behind him, a Honda, another Ford, and then how about the number 1, Justin Williams? We've not seen him all race long, really, and now he is in the mix. So many drivers up front that have a chance with 3 laps to go, but if they want to win, they have to beat the guy that's saying, hey, remember me, I won the season opener. I'm trying to get my second win and my second start, and he might do it, but Alabama might get his
And
5th.
Rowe. Boy, he's trying to go above him. Edgeboy was mirror driving in front of Rowe the last lap, and now he's going to let him go. Interesting. And that's going to mean Edgeboy is going to get shuffled back. 57, J.R. Ribbleton is going to take that 3rd place spot, which is always crucial. Chris Reynolds is also up there. Yeah, no, these 2 cars are going at it, but I don't know if Rowe's going to have the run he needs as the 64 gets shuffled that line there. I don't know if Rowe's going to have the run he needs by himself to get by him as we're at 2 laps to go. Reminder, I know it's not the best thing you want to say, but we are at the point of no return. If anyone does anything real stupid, this race ends with a race back to the finish line, although I don't think we're going to get it.
Yeah, it's looking like we will get a checkered flag finish here today. These guys being cautiously aggressive, just maintaining 2 and 3 wide, not really any 4 wide, and oh boy, it's gonna be close if we catch up to these 2 modifies.
It is. They're going to have to stay drafting into each other, otherwise they are going to be a problem. How many times are we going to have Talladega lap cars? I swear this has happened in the Truck Series and the Cup Series, and we're going to have it happen again. It's like 1 calendar year. We can have them all. It doesn't matter. 1 lap to go. And does Alexander Rowe make the move? Herr Ribbleton? Does rookie Justin Williams have what it takes to pull it off, or is this 87 gonna do what he's done these past 3 laps and block them all? This backstretch is really gonna determine who's gonna get it. Does anyone make a move? 98 does. You gotta like that, Nathan. It
Oh,
was the
here comes the
57.
57.
Oh, he's not gonna. He's gonna cut him off, and that's gonna let. Oh boy,
It's gonna come down to the
that's gonna let
87
the
and the
87 run away with this.
57.
I think.
And now these two are side by side. They're gonna catch him
I don't
right
think it's
into
gonna
the
matter.
tri-oval. This might affect the 87 here.
57's going high. What is he going for at this point? That was not a great move. Oh, they
Oh,
are gonna
what
throw
is
him off.
it?
Oh wait. Oh, it's gonna be close. It's
It's
side by
gonna
side.
be the 87. Marcus Glitch. Welcome back to the Herr Sprint Series. Won the season opener, and now he wins again at Talladega in dominating fashion. And he is 2 for 2 on the season. And that's the first win for Nick Casamadil's team. We have one team left that's not won this season, and that's Vidovich Rhett's team.
Well, Mr. Edge isn't in the car, but Marcus certainly channeled his energy today by having JR get side by side with him at that finish. I don't know what happened there. It looked like the 57 had just enough of a run to make it a nose to nose fight, but I think the outside lane just ran out of juice there coming out of the dog leg, and that let the 57 uh, that just well, I say let the 57, that did not help the 57, and in the end, yeah, just ends that race. Trey Smith got a top 5 though. I didn't curse him that much.
Finally, a great one for Trey Smith right there, and well, we still dealt with lap travel, but it didn't really affect the race winner, as Marcus Glitch definitely dominated this one, and he hangs on to get a second win in a second start. If he keeps on making starts, he might just win them all, but fantastic race here at Talladega. Very interesting of how it all played out. And unfortunately, if only it was a 9 lap shootout instead of a 10 lap shootout, then we wouldn't have caught up with the lap close right after Tri-Oval. But that's just what happens at Talladega. But a very fascinating race, though. That was honestly really fun with that 15-car pack. And Marcus Glitch gets the race win. Wilburton in second, Salzman in third. Alexander Rowe, another car, another week, another top 5. That's his 7th top 5 in the season, and that's his 8th top 10. Just, you cannot stop him. And unfortunately,
Oh,
for
everyone else, I think.
for everyone else, BP Ruiz 20th, and then Matt Black got 12th, Hallie Anson Jr. 21st, and Abel got a decent one. Actually, no, he did 19th. So, like, literally everyone else in the top 5 in points had a bad day besides the point of Alexander. That's been
I
the
think
sprint series this year.
I think Rableton is able to claim just a minor victory in that he's going to gain a couple of points on him, maybe
Mm.
put him probably close to a top 5 at this point, given he was the only guy to beat Alexander Rowe that isn't, at least have run most of the races. But yeah, no, this was a fun one. Justin Williams gets a top 10, so I guess that number 1 car really was. Uh, well built for these super speedways. Considering the rookie driver, gets all the way up into it in the top 10. Chris Reynolds, Corey Case, Lee Williams, uh, getting some top 10s that they can at least add to their name. But yeah, I mean Alexander Rowe last year he started off with, I mean, what was it, like 11 straight top 10s or something close to it. In the end, even he couldn't hold on to the championship. We have a lot of races left to go, but we've seen it before. Has he learned his lesson from last year to keep himself consistent these last couple of races? If he trusts this 88 car, he trusts Intersys Motorsports, Intersys Race. I forget the full name of the team, but if he
Duelist
trusts,
Motor Racing.
yep, thank you. If he trusts Intersys Motor Racing, then as long as this car keeps getting top 5s, I don't think he's going to care because he's going to be holding that driver's chip at the end of the year, and Intersys might have a run at the owner's chip by the end of it.
Yeah, with how the season has been, it's definitely been very competitive outside of Alexander Rowe. 11 different teams have won in 13 races now. That is ridiculous. And there's only one team left that has not won yet, and that is Ladovic's team. But Ladovic did get a double top 10 here today with a 4th and a 10th. And we'll see what ends up happening throughout the rest of the year. And we'll see what happens for the Dash for Cash next week in the next 3 races. All fictional racetracks and all very fun racetracks. Only Digital, Oregon, and Hillside, all tracks that I've never really done before on my side of an artist. So it's going to be very interesting. And Marcus Glitch, he is the story. Outside Alexander, continuing his top 5 dominance. Marcus Glitch is the story. Second start, and the second win on the season, and the first win for Nicholas Amadeo as a owner in 2025. Thanks for Eddie Des for joining me up here in the booth. Good luck to the agent in the Cup race this weekend. And until next week, I have more digital signs for that are coming up here shortly. And we will see you guys up in the Pacific Northwest next week.